You're knee-deep in a river at 5 a.m., holding a net and a headlamp, cataloging amphibian populations in a watershed that's been degraded by agricultural runoff for 30 years. You haven't slept more than 5 hours. The data you collect today will sit in a federal database that 3 people will ever read. You didn't arrive here by accident. You chased a bachelor's degree in wildlife biology through 4 years of ecology, anatomy, cellular biology, statistics, and fieldwork that left you sunburned and certain. You pick your animal and you commit. The work splits into pieces that don't always feel connected. Some weeks you're in the field, tracking wolf movements with GPS collar data across hundreds of square kilometers, running camera trap networks through terrain that doesn't care about your timeline. Other weeks you're in the lab, running genetic samples, staring at statistical software looking for correlations between habitat fragmentation and breeding success. You present findings to agencies and conservation organizations that have the power to act on them or file them. You apply for grants that fund 6 months of work, then spend another 3 months applying for the next one. It's the thing nobody explains clearly during orientation. The salary settles around $67,000 to $73,000 at the median. Federal positions at the higher end. Nonprofit work considerably lower. You're not doing this for the house your parents couldn't afford. You learn early that temporary contracts aren't the exception, they're the entry fee. What nobody says clearly enough is what the fieldwork actually asks of you. Weeks at remote stations with no reliable infrastructure. A physical demand that accumulates across years in your knees and lower back. A wildlife encounter that goes wrong fast enough to remind you that the animals you study don't know they're being studied. You develop something between patience and stubbornness. You get comfortable with ambiguity, with datasets that don't resolve cleanly. With conservation outcomes measured in decades you may not work long enough to see. But there are moments when a species you've been monitoring shows a population rebound, when a habitat corridor you helped document becomes protected land, when the data you spent 3 seasons collecting actually changes a policy. You're usually back in the field before you fully process them.